share something with you that has come up with a lot of different sessions I've been having lately. And that is that what you're feeling is okay. Like, we do a lot of sessions and talk about letting go of anxiety or grief or certain fears. But the bottom line is sometimes there are things to be afraid of, and sometimes your grief is really big and just needs your attention. So I wanted to just do a quick little round on honoring what's actually going on with you, even in the midst of trying to do something to pull yourself out of it or make yourself feel better. So if that resonates for you, tap along, and if not, you might not be human. But here we go. All right. So even though I am feeling all of this grief, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and my feelings right now. Even though I'm feeling like I just really can't get past any of this stuff, and it's just going to be totally and completely impossible, I choose to love and accept my feelings and where I am at the moment. Even though this grief feels insurmountable, and I keep telling myself I need to just get over it and move on, I choose to love and heal myself now and allow myself to be where I am at this moment. Top of your head. My grief feels huge. Eyebrow. And I feel like I ought to just get over it. Side of your eye. But when I try, it feels like I'm faking it, and there's no way I can possibly get past it. Under your eye. What if I need to just take a breather? Under your nose. What if I need to just honor where I am right now? Chin. What if my grief isn't a bad thing? Collarbone. And what if just loving and accepting myself and where I am right now is really all that I need to do right now? Under your arm. I feel like that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Top of your head. Based on what society says or my group says. Eyebrow. But I also feel like if I don't let myself be where I am, side of your eye, that I'm not sure how I'm going to move forward. Under your eye. So even though I feel like I ought to be doing something else, under your nose, I'm allowing myself to be open to myself. Chin, to be open to my grief. Collarbone. If I don't fully accept myself and allow myself to be where I am, I'm not quite sure how somebody else could. Under your arm. So I'm not going to judge myself for at least these few moments. Top of your head. And allow myself to have my grief, to have my feelings, and to know that I'm okay right where I am. take a deep breath and just see how it feels to be allowing yourself to be where you are at the moment. And then for those of you who aren't feeling necessarily grief at the moment, you can alter that to whatever feeling is coming up for you. For example, I was talking with somebody earlier today who has a fear of being hit on the highway, which makes it harder for her to drive on the highway. And I think not wanting to be hit on the highway is a very valid feeling. However, if it stops you from moving forward or functioning, then taking care of the feelings around it is what you need to do so that you can function. So in that case, I would do something like this. My fear of not wanting to be killed on the highway is completely valid. Eyebrow. And I honor that. 100%, I honor that for myself. Side of your eye. And I know that there are places I need to go on the highway. Under your eye. So what I choose to do for myself is to be as safe as I possibly can. Under your nose. And recognize that my fears are so big. Chin. And my feeling of lack of control is so huge. Collarbone. That it makes me feel super anxious about driving on the highway. Under your arm. So since I can't control other people and how they drive, I'm going to choose to be as safe as I can be. Top of your head. And since I can control how I behave and how I react, I choose to move in a direction of peace. Eyebrow. And loving myself. Side of your eye. Instead of giving myself a hard time for my fear. Under your eye. My fear is valid. Under your nose. And I'm loving myself. Chin. And choosing to be safe. Collarbone. And taking a deep breath if I start to feel anxious on the highway. Under your arm. And remember to stay grounded and centered. Top of your head. And just allow myself to say what I need and feel my feelings to reduce my anxiety. And then take a deep breath. So of course, we want to take care of fears and phobias and, the stuff that comes off that feels debilitating for us, but also to honor what's going on, because all of those feelings are real and you wouldn't have them and they wouldn't be coming up and feeling debilitating if they weren't rooted in something that's a real trigger or really pulls on your emotions. So using EFT to reduce the charge, or to just really accept yourself and love yourself and give yourself permission to talk about what's going on for you or say what you need, is a beautiful tool. So give it a whirl. Try it on some of the stuff that's giving you a tough time, and I would love to hear how it goes for you or what you use it on so that we can all help other people. So if you try this, comment below and let's see if we can all help each other.